As a member of the class of 72, which of course we always banter back and forth, it is the best class.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm thrilled to be here celebrating with you. As a first-generation college student, before there was such an identifier, mind you, I know the struggles, whether it's for those of you with second language acquisition, those of you whose parents never went to high school, never mind college, those of you that have very diverse backgrounds and are always trying to look for your little niche in the world. I know the struggles. So, who are you, Hampshire graduates? You, like the students from the very beginning, have always left your mark here. You've been an essential part of shaping this college. You have helped make decisions. You've sparked essential, though many times, difficult conversations. And you know why? It's been said this morning. Because you are the best. And you are the brightest. Now, some of you may have heard this from the time you first said Dada. Oh, he is so cute and so bright. Oh, look at her, she knows it. And some of you may never have heard it at all. But you are. And it's because of Hampshire at this point in your life. I'm here to tell you that this life-changing community has made you who you are today. All of that creative floundering, to quote a fellow alum from the class of 82, who claims to be the best, gave you the strength and gave you the wisdom, and you will take that with you as part of the armor to deal with what's coming. That experience has made you an invaluable asset to our communities and our world. Unlike others that claim to be best and brightest, you graduates are critical thinkers. You're not afraid to face challenges. You go around obstacles, you rise above them. You persist. There's nothing wimpy about you. And that is because you know one thing that many graduates don't know, and I should know after 40 years in higher ed, that your passions and your goals are bigger than you. It's not all about you, and thank God for that. Many of you are already leaders in community service, and some of you are up-and-coming leaders in social justice. But all of you by now know that it's not about thinking outside the box. Because for us, Hampshire alums, there is no box. Instead, we always ask, why not? Sorry, Father and Mother, they will continue to do that. I will give you two very brief examples of how Hampshire gave me the confidence to be my own person and back up with the skills that I needed. When I applied to graduate school right after Hampshire, I received a call from the registrar at CUNY, City University of New York. And she said, Maria Vallejo? I said, Maria Vallejo, yes. What is this that you're sending? Where is your transcript? I can't read this stuff. What is this all about? And at first, I took it so personally and felt like, oh my God, this is the end. What have I done? No one will understand my education. And then I looked back and said, you know what? I'm better than that. And that's fine. Thank you very much. I will no longer apply. Not even a month later, I received a letter from Columbia University. And they accepted me with a full fellowship, including books, for a 2-year master's program. You never know. You never know. The other one was the obstacle of when I wanted to do my PhD. And for educators, of course, on traditional institutions, a PhD is very important. You can't get to be a leader in most of them without that. So I wanted to apply, and I started looking into schools. And I had already a master's in social work and student personnel. And so I wanted to continue and do clinical psych, some form of psych. I wanted to be a therapist. And I started looking into programs, and most of them I saw accepted maybe 10 people and maybe gave out 2 scholarships. And I said, wait a minute. I'm on my own. I've got to work. I don't have the money. This is not going to happen. But then, through my networks, I found an opportunity. And it was not the opportunity I was looking for. There was a fellowship from the federal government in bilingual education. And I looked at it, I said, but I really don't want to teach in K through 12. I tried that, it's not my thing, blah, blah, blah. But then I started thinking, I'm a Hampshire alum, I can make things happen. How do I change this around? I applied. I got accepted. I got the fellowship. I had to take my courses in linguistics, in curriculum development, in everything to make myself a really top-notch administrator. But I did my dissertation in perceptual psychology. I found a way to use that love I had and make it work for me, and it was accepted. Now, it wasn't easy. Psychology department at the school was like, what do you want to prove and why? And you want to do it on who? Latinos? Really? We don't need that kind of work here. But it happened, and I did it, and it's because of the confidence that I gained here. Be assured that after Div 3, a doctoral dissertation is a piece of cake. I will tell you, when I sat around those committees, at one point I had to call my professors. I was in upstate New York, they were in the city, and I'm like, can I get you on conference call? Can the 3 of you get into one room and decide on what you want me to do with this thesis? Because they were each sending me their own perspectives on what I should change, and it was driving me crazy. And why is that? Why is it that Div 3 prepared you so strongly? Because you persevered. And most people that start doctorates don't. That little dissertation stops them. And we persevere. And the world needs people that persevere. People who don't give up. And that's why Hampshire needs you. We need you to continue your engagement with our college community. As you go out there in the world, you represent us, but we need you to come back. We need your encouragement to current Hampshire students. We need your networks. As many of you know, the networks you make here are for a lifetime. And we need those same networks to come back to the current students. They need to see the role models. There are survivors out there. They need to know that it works and that you can get jobs. And if you can't get them, you create them. We need your collective wisdom within the alumni circles. Of course, we also need your donations. Now, you knew there'd be a catch somewhere, right? And so far, the last numbers I looked at, we only need 25 more grads to make that match. Come on now. By donating to the Graduate Gift Match Challenge, you help us to meet the $110,000 match made possible by one of our alums. And she has been incredibly generous to us. That will do so much for Hampshire. You can do so much for Hampshire. Help us to help others to access this incredible education, which in my humble opinion is the best in the world. And it may be a cliche, but I truly believe this. Be the change you want to see in the world. I think we taught you that. Be an active Hampshire alum. We're counting on you. Now go celebrate the start of your new chapter in your new lives and be proud Hampshire alums. Go!